It's time to duel one more time here at YCS Houston. Game number 1 of the finals starts now.
The all-important dice roll. I think Pascal doesn't really mind either way if he goes first or second. If he does happen to go second, he can use his opponent's cards as a resource, but going first does make everything easier.
All right, 7. Let's see what Manuel rolls. It's going to be a 3. All right, Pascal's going to start things off. The fist bump, good luck, and it's time to duel.
Stand by these.
All right, made it to the main phase. No effects activated.
We're going to be normal summoning Memento on Goblin. Goblin's able to destroy Memento on the field, to destroy, I believe, 2 others.
Yeah, we can send 2 Memento cards, different names, to the graveyard.
Not destroy, send. Some of them send, some of them destroy.
But as long as you're filling up your graveyard, that's all that really matters with Memento.
We're going to be sending Memento Fusion and Gaddick. Gaddick, when it's sent to the graveyard, is able to special summon itself and add back one of those cards in the graveyard. We're going to be adding back the fusion. Then we're going to be activating the fusion here.
So you see the Memento Goblin fueling 2 cards to Pascal's hand. Memento Fusion is going to allow him to summon one of the Memento Fusion monsters.
Yep, because a Memento card was destroyed, he's able to use materials from the graveyard by shuffling them back into the deck. He's going to be able to fuse into
Twin Dragon.
Twin Dragon now is able to destroy itself and add 2 Memento cards from his deck to his hand.
And no responses here from Manuel. Pascal's all good to continue his plays.
He has to get 2 monsters with different names here. He's going for Mace and... I believe is that Tatsuno Toshiko?
Yep, it is. I was going to let you say the name. All right, you see the Gaddick coming back down to the field. Sleepy is coming down as well.
Oh, okay, that was Sleepy, not Mace.
Yes.
A Sleepy, when it's summoned, is able to trigger a fusion summon.
What does he want to do? This could be the most important match of Pascal's dueling career. Looks like he's going to use 3 Memento monsters.
Looks like he's using Sleepy's effect to fuse with those monsters into the big Memento fusion.
That's right, Creation King. This card kind of similar to Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, right? It feels that way. We're able to send so many cards from the deck to your graveyard. 3 Memento cards to be exact.
Yep, you get to fill your graveyard again. This deck really wants to focus on filling your graveyard with those Memento names so you can get to your
Combined Creation?
Yeah, your Combined Creation. I know one is Creation King. I know a lot of them have Creation in their name, but the Combined Creation has to shuffle back 5 with different names to summon itself from the grave, and this is an easy way to set that up.
So far he's going to send the Dark Blade.
The Combined Creation, the Dark Blade, and we're looking for our 3rd option here. I believe that is the Mace.
I believe so as well.
Setting that up to be able to add it back for follow up on the opponent's turn here.
All right, looks like he's thinking about his next play.
Yep, he's gotten through his plays so far. Drone Lockbird was finally activated. Or, I assume it was activated after the Goblin. I just missed it.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that Drone Lockbird is in the graveyard, but yep, looks like it's going to be Bone Party.
Bone Party's activated here. Destroying the Gaddick on the field.
Special summoning Dark Blade.
And then going into the Dark Blade.
So he's going to be able to special summon back
the Akihiran. When another monster is destroyed, he can summon himself back from the grave.
And the Dark Blade's going to send Memento... You want to say it? Memento Talon? Memento Titalin? This is a tough one to say. It's a mouthful.
Memento Tiklan.
Tiklan, there you go.
Akihiran target field spell. The field spell? Yep.
And he gets to add that back.
Gets the field spell to his hand. And now we're going to be using the Goblin and the Dark Blade to link summon SP Little Knight. And now we're going to be activating Memento Tiklan.
Yep. No. This is going to let him set a Memento Speller Trap from his graveyard during the end phase.
That'll allow him to get back either the Fusion or Bone Party here. And now we're going to be summoning the Creation King by shuffling back 5 with different names. Looks like we're going to be taking Sleepy, the Fusion, Gaddick, the Mace, as well as the Dark Blade. and putting them back in the deck.
5 mementos return. Creation King hits the field.
Attempt to go to end phase.
All right, he's going to end phase. He has the SP Little Knight. He has the Creation King. He has the Combined Creation. And he's going to set Bone Party with the field spell.
Sets himself up to have a destruction effect on his opponent's turn.
All right, Manuel draws. How is he going to break this board? It's going to be tough.
End phase? Yep, maybe it's fine.
All right, we made it to the main phase. No effects being activated during the draw or standby.
Pascal has a lot of threatening effects in the back here. Just waiting. The Creation King alone can target 3 cards and destroy them.
All right, going to lead things off with RYZEAL. Going to send Mirological Aggregator to try and negate the Combined Creation. And then Infinite Impermanence is going to cut off the effect from RYZEAL to add to the hand.
Thinking on rest.
The Aggregator is a really strong lead here, cutting off the Creation King, which could pose a threat later in the turn because it's able to destroy an equal number of memento cards and monsters your opponent controls.
All right,
or cards your opponent controls.
The Akihiron's going to come down.
You targeted this one? I targeted this one. Okay.
I think he might be able to make another one. He's definitely going to be able to special fusion summon during his opponent's turn, but he's going to special summon Sword RYZEAL from the hand, continuing the RYZEAL pressure.
Yep. Always feels bad when you're able to stop one of the starters, but they have another one in their hand. Now it looks like we're going to be chaining SP Little Knight to the effect, banishing the Akihiron and the Sword.
Manuel goes deep into the think take about his next move.
Okay.
Very visual about it.
That's fine.
Okay, I thought he targeted the Akihiron, but it looks like SP Little Knight will target itself as well as the Sword. Sword will be adding, it looks like a copy of Ice RYZEAL to Manuel's hand.
He still has his normal summon available to him.
RYZEAL so strong at just being able to power through fields here by just getting free summons. And now we're activating Metal Tronus on the Akihiron.
What does he have that
It's
can
a
match?
Water 17, I guess Dweller?
Yeah, it's probably Dweller.
And then we're going to be chaining the Bone Party here.
So it's going to destroy the Akihiron and let him special summon a memento from the deck.
It's going to go for the Angwitch. Angwitch is able to add on summon, and then Akihiron, when it's destroyed, is able to add back from the grave or banished.
Which one? The Akihiron and Akihiron's going to target.
Akihiron's going to target the Goblin.
Goblin returns to the hand. Angwitch is going to let him add a memento monster from the deck to the hand.
Typically going to be Mace here so that you can have... Yep. No, it looks like it's going to be Sleepy.
Yeah, Sleepy's the one you want to be able to summon during your opponent's turn, so you'll be able to conduct a fusion summon.
Sorry, which one do I know in your head?
And thanks to the Combined Creation, he will be able to special summon a memento monster from his hand during this turn. All his opponent has to do is activate a card.
Okay, now we're going to be finally normal summoning that Ice RYZEAL, using its effect, summoning a monster from the deck. The effect of X has been used on the field, the effect of Sword has been used on the field, so now it's just summoning another body, not really going to generate any more value than that. There is no RYZEAL.
On res. I can use CKS as well.
And now we're going to be using the effect Sleepy.
So Sleepy's going to try and summon.
And then immediately going to be able to fusion summon.
Use Secret Fusion. Yeah.
And now it's going to be a fusion summon, so we'll be able to make another copy
Of the Creation King. Using those 3 bodies, Creation King hits the field.
Yep.
That's going to send another copy of Gaddock, Mace. And
Gaddock that?
House no Toshigo. The Gaddock will be able to summon, because they're sent to the graveyard, to add the Mace back to hand. And the Mace can now, at any point, choose to take a monster. And now the Creation King is also going to use its effect to destroy 3 monsters on his side of the field, and also 3 monsters on his opponent's, clearing the way here.
Fossilizing Manuel's monsters.
Akihiron comes back. And so does Darkblade. There is the RYZEAL Cross.
Manuel is trying to draw into something. He's already used all of his RYZEAL effects for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, the node's already gone as well. There's not really much you can draw into.
Just looking for an answer in any place he can find it. I don't think a draw and lockbird's going to be it. And Manuel's going to concede game 1 to Pascal in his Goblin Memento deck. As the side decks have been utilized, and he will have the opportunity to go first.
Yeah, we'll see how he opts to potentially change his end board, knowing to respect the Goblin Biker cards as well as the Memento cards. And starting off immediately with Milcharmy Perulia. Does he have an Ash Blossom to counteract? Doesn't look like it.
I think I see Called by the Grave, though, but maybe not.
I mean, he's going to consider his options here. Called by could be very useful against the Memento cards as well, but it looks like we are going to try to cut him off. And then there's second one! The second Perulia!
The crowd goes wild! Goblin Biker's gone wild. I don't know if y'all can hear the screaming crowd over there through our microphones. I can't hear myself think right now because of how loud it is over there. I mean, Manuel kind of brought this on himself with the post-game interview where he kind of talked a little bit of trash to the USA players. And
we don't take that lightly. We don't take that lightly.
There's a room full of them ready to cheer for his downfall. But he's going to continue play. He's going to normal summon Ice RYZEAL. Pascal's only going to draw 1 because the Called by the Grave stopped the first one. But
Ice RYZEAL is allowed to resolve here. Manuel considering his options.
I'm sure he'll still special summon from deck. It's not Fualos, so he won't have to give up a draw.
I think he's just figuring out what he wants to choose to summon. I think he
Where
does
to go
have,
next.
Yeah, I think he already has a copy of X in his hand, so he sees if it's even necessary to go with Sword. Because he wants to like not have to use the X in his hand now because of the Perulia. Yeah, really considering how to best play into this resolved Perulia. I think it's probably X'd into Node, but like, or just making sure you have guaranteed follow-up for next turn, because you can't commit too much here, unless you're really disrespecting.
By the amount of times he's checking, I know like that's kind of like an indication he's just trying to figure out what's the solution. How do I get out of the spot that I'm in right now?
Yeah, it's not as simple as the choice of the 50-50 between the Sword and the X. It's more so, how is he mapping out the rest of this turn here? How many more cards does he have to give Pascal? Because he's going to have to give him another card, I think.
Is this going to be a duo drive, or is this going to just be an Abyss Dweller? It's going to be RYZEAL duo drive. Does Pascal have any more interactions?
I mean, that might have been an interesting option for him if he just went Abyss Dweller pass. That might have, if it resolves, it could potentially get there. But it looks like we are just going to be resolving duo drive here.
I mean, this almost certainly means that Pascal will be drawing more cards from that Milcharmy Perulia. This isn't Goki. He's not going to be able to grab Goki rematch or anything like that. RYZEAL has to summon from the hand from this point.
I mean, he could, as long as he can grab Node, that only can give 1 more draw to still provide another rank 4.
Which wouldn't be too bad. Looks like he's considering...
Oh, potentially Plugin as well. Plugin can get you there without having to give up as much draws either.
Cross and Plugin to the hand.
RYZEAL Cross activated now, not necessarily live, but because Plugin is in the hand, it will be able to protect in case anything is trained at any point. X RYZEAL coming down from the hand, giving Pascal another card here. We're going to be sending that Eclipse Twins. X is going to be able to resolve on the field to grab a Thunder here. It's going to just assumingly get Node just for later. I doubt it's going to hit the field now.
I mean, he needs to have. He has to do more, right?
I mean, he could just activate the plugin.
Okay, and then just have another rank 4.
Yeah. And then, like, at least that way the cross is live as well, because the material will go under the duo drive.
But no dweller?
Do you think it's worth... How many draws does he have to give him to get that many more monsters?
Yeah, not a bunch, but I think it would be worth... maybe not. Because even though the dweller does stop them, they still continue to special summon. They have lots of ways to still put monsters on the field without using graveyard effects.
He might actually be opting to not give up any more draws at all. At this point, does that even make sense? You already gave him the draw for the X. No more Exceed monsters?
Oh, man. Just ending his turn with a cross-up with just a duo drive with no materials, X, and he has plug-in and Plasma Hole set.
Can we see a Harpy's Feather Duster? A Lightning Storm, perhaps?
The side decks have been utilized. There could be cards like that. They're not the worst against RYZEAL.
Especially against the Pure deck. There's so many spells and traps that are used. Like, you know that there's going to be Plasma Hole. There's potentially books, any of the books.
First up, Bone Party.
All right, starting off with Bone Party, not necessarily the most exciting here. Gonna have to destroy a card from your hand.
Destroys the combined creation.
Again, another card you don't really want to draw here. And we're gonna be summoning the Anguish.
Anguish is similar to Elemental Stratos. Satella Knight Deneb, you name it. Adds a memento from the deck to the hand on summon. Now Manuel's gonna activate plug into special summon Sword.
Yep, it's going to summon Sword and attach a material to the duo drive, and at resolution he can opt to use Cross to negate the Anguish, which might be the reason to use plugin right now. It's like we're going to be attaching an Ice RYZEAL to the duo drive.
Yep, and it is exactly as you predicted there, Solid. Going to negate the effect of Anguish.
The Sword RYZEAL will now trigger because it was summoned. Just going to grab some more follow-up here.
Smart stuff here from Manuel. But Pascal got a couple cards in the Brillia, so there's a chance he's not anywhere near close to done yet.
There's Triple Tactics Talents.
Oh, he's going for the hand.
Yeah.
That means he has already what he needs to win the game, but he wants to take a peek and see if there's anything that's going to stop him. And he's going to see a handful of monsters.
I mean, a hand like that, you can't give him another turn.
He has to find a way to finish the game here, or Manuel will have plenty of plays to push through even the most impressive of boards. But it looks like, I mean, what do you pick here?
It does not matter. Like, they all get each other.
It goes for the node just because it's the one of, I suppose. All right, Pascal, this is your moment.
There's the Golden Biker. Unfortunately,
Doug Charger.
I mean, I think this was the play Manuel made, knowing to respect the Goblin Biker and did not make another excuse, did not leave any materials available.
I mean, yeah, if I was him, I would say it's because I knew it, but sometimes sometimes you get these feelings about the right play, and it works out on top of that. But yeah, maybe he did know the Goblin Bikers were in store. Oh, he did. His friend did play him in top 4. He probably watched that match closely, so it does know.
I mean, he has had plenty of times to watch up to this point.
All right, and the Doug Charger is going to add Goblin Biker Grand Breakout, I believe. This will let him access... Oh, this is the bridge into the Mementos, I believe.
This is the one that adds any Goblin monster?
I mean, we're still learning this deck just the same as you guys at home, so we can figure out what Pascal's strategy is. But now he can overlay those 2 level 3 monsters into Goblin Biker. Is that Big Gabunga?
It has to be Big Gabunga.
It's Big Gabunga. And you see Manuel taking a moment to read, which is always he doesn't have to read a single memento card, but now the Goblin Bikers are onto the field. He's taking a chance to read. The Goblin Biker Big Bunga will let him add a Goblin from the deck to the hand if he has no response.
So that will let you add, I mean, a couple options here. I don't imagine you're going for the Memento Goblin just yet. You're just going to get another
Doug Charger. Rum rum. That's my best Goblin Biker impression. That's what I would do. I like to make noises for my cards while I'm playing. So now he's going to activate Doug Charger's effect to special summon himself by detaching a material.
And there is the Plasma Hole that was set. He does control one RYZEAL Exceeds monster, so he's able to destroy the Big Gabunga, making it so the Doug Charger will not be able to detach.
Manuel doing a lot with a little, but he is going to chain the breakout, which will let him tribute off the Big Kabanga so the Plasma Hole won't destroy it, and now he can special summon
any Goblin, and that will probably get you to Memento Goblin. Memento Goblin hits the field. Goblin's able to use its effect here to destroy itself and send 2 from the deck to the graveyard if he so chooses.
I mean, we saw the power of Goblin. It essentially adds 2 cards from your deck to your hand.
Yeah, which it is.
And
with extra steps.
And Pascal knows there's no other interruptions from Manuel, right? Everything has been used.
He has the Plasma Hole in the graveyard, right?
So to quick Xyz?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But that might be his only last form of anything.
I mean, that's not too bad in this situation. That is a detonator.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, that's fine so far. Thank you, Goblin.
I hear this Memento Goblin has really good handwriting. That's a stretch. That's a deep cut.
Okay.
But now we're going to see the Plasma Hole being used for that Xyz summon for Baguska. He's so tired. Number 41 is terribly tired. Tap here is going to take a nap and negate the effects of all monsters in defense mode while also putting them in defense mode. And Memento, not a Link deck, but he has Forbidden Droplet! Forbidden Droplet!
That's going to end the game!
The last hope for Manuel is now extinguished with Forbidden Droplet, which is going to negate number 41, Baguska, the terribly tired Memento.
And he has no Fusion.
You hear the crowd going wild here for Pascal.
The Goblin Backer's gone wild is here.
Pascal has to not let the crowd noise affect him. He has to stay focused, not get too
he's still
excited.
locked in. He's not getting too excited. He's just playing the game right now.
I mean,
he's moments away.
This is Pascal's expression 24/7. He could have the emotions inside and we just don't know, but he has to, rein it in. It's hard. I do think his heart is pounding out of his chest right now, whether it's showing on his face or not. Mine is, so I would assume his too. So the fusion is going to, and he's using 3.
That's going to summon the Creation King.
That's going to let him... Oh, he's going to send the Creation King from his extra deck and 2 other Memento cards from his deck to the graveyard.
Yep, and there's the Gaddock, because we didn't end up using the Goblin's effect just yet.
I mean, this is what happens when you're able to draw a few cards off Perilia. You're going to have those answers to anything your opponent tries to do. He had the 2 copies of Mulcharmy Perilia to play through the Call by the Grave. Had the Droplet for the Baguska.
I mean, he lined up his plays, probably expecting the plug-in into the Plasma Hole here. Opted to start with the Bone Party because he knew what his interruptions needed to look like. Just wanted to bait out everything from Manuel to have that timely Droplet to really seal the game here.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, Pascal calming down a little bit. He wants to make sure he makes no mistakes at this point. This is the critical juncture. He's right there.
Yeah, things are looking good for him, but you have to keep in mind that Manuel's hand is stacked.
Yeah, if he gets another turn, he can easily turn it around.
I have not used Sleepy. I never used this one.
You have not used Sleepy. You've barely used any of your Memento cards yet this turn.
All right, so Gaddock, Sleepy, and another Creation King going to the graveyard. Gaddock's going to be able to summon itself and then add to the hand the Sleepy. The effect of Creation King in the graveyard to banish itself to add Memento Midclan.
The field spell. I'm going to stick with the field spell.
I'm trying.
You're doing great. You're doing amazing. All right, and now what is his next move? He's going to summon the Sleepy. Sleepy's effect.
Fuse. Going to use the Gaddock and itself. It's going to go into the Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon's effect going to destroy itself, add 2 more monsters with different names from the hand.
We have to remember that Pascal already has the combined creation in the graveyard as well.
Well, he looks like he's grabbing another one.
Or maybe he had to put it back for the fusion summon with the Memento fusion.
Okay.
So he accessed it again.
And now we're going to be, looks like we're going to start shuffling things back. Or no, the Sleepy hits the field again. Oh yeah, because if the Twin Dragon is destroyed, it does summon something back from the grave, a level 6 or
I
lower.
didn't use a field.
They all do so much.
They're really cool cards, and it's awesome to see them here in the finals of the YCS.
Tatsuno Toshigo, if it's able to summon itself, if all you control is either Memento monsters or no monsters at all,
The horse.
it's able to use its effect. That is the dark horse of the tournament right there. It's going to be able to send to the graveyard monsters up to its level.
See, Darkblade, that's my speed.
Darkblade is there. Darkblade is going to hit the field here, going to destroy the Sleepy.
There were 2 monsters on the field that are tired, but now one of them has left the field. And he's going to summon
The Mace. Oh, we are moving.
Anguish down to the graveyard. Mace is destroyed. It's going to special summon. I'm on the edge of it. Adds Bone Party.
Another Bone Party here.
Counter effects like attack.
I'm here and able to come back now because another one was destroyed.
And here comes the combined creation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different Memento monsters return to the deck and extra deck.
Now, remind me on why it's worth it to summon all this. And that is it! Pascal takes it! He is our YCS Houston champion!
Pascal, he's taking down the YCS side. I can't hear myself think. The crowd is going crazy, and he is your YCS champion.